Hello, we want to introduce Traitor to you, our submission for the Norvig Web Data Science Award. This award requires us to use big data in some interesting way. Over 25 terabytes of web pages were made available to us to process with a cluster of computers running programs that we design. We want to tell you something about the background of Traitor and then give you a small demonstration. You can try Traitor yourself at evilgeniuses.ovanus.net. What do some concepts have in common, or how are they different? How can we refine search queries? What is the context of some sentence? Or how can we categorize concepts in taxonomies? To answer such questions, we need to know about associations between words or concepts. We, humans, do this intuitively and generally rather well. But can a computer do this for you too? We created Traitor to find out. Sentences are among the smallest text units that humans use to make statements about some objects or concepts. Others can interpret sentences and deduce their meaning and form associations, but computers are notoriously bad at this. So Traitor takes a different approach. For some sentence, Traitor assumes that the words therein are in some way associated with each other. Well, only the non-trivial words. For example, the sentence "Mary had a little lamb and now it is gone" is reduced to "Mary, lamb, gone." Then, Traitor associates Mary with lamb with gone, and Mary with gone. We call these co-occurring word pairs. This may seem as a rather imprecise way of associating words, but the power of numbers is applicable here. Traitor scans over 25 terabytes of web pages with a tremendous amount of unique sentences. By aggregating and counting all co-occurring word pairs for all sentences in all HTML documents, some word combinations should occur far more often than others. So if a lot of sentences contain both Samsung and Apple, Traitor concludes that there must be a strong association between these two words. Conversely, a sentence that contains both bicycle and muesli is pretty rare, so these words are not associated. Traitor first populates a database with co-occurring word pairs and their counts. Then we can use a Traitor web application to search and visualize this data. So let's try using it to answer some questions. 1. What do Apple, Samsung, Microsoft and IBM have in common, if anything? We will use our search interface to simply search for Apple, Samsung, Microsoft, IBM. This causes Traitor to search for other words that are associated with each word in our query. Not surprisingly, Traitor deduced that they have something to do with software. 2. What does Java have that PHP does not have? Searching for Java minus PHP gives us the answer. The minus symbol tells Traitor to avoid associations that have anything to do with PHP as well. The result from this query is interesting. Associations with the Java programming language, applets, JVM, Java Coffee, and the Java Islands are among the results. Traitor does not distinguish between different meanings of words. 3. Which extra terms could refine the search query Lance Armstrong? Entering Lance Armstrong yields results such as Tour, Cancer, France, Foundation, Cycling, and Livestrong. As you can see, these are indeed different aspects of Lance Armstrong. Suppose we are interested in Livestrong. Querying for Lance Armstrong, Livestrong yields Cancer as top result, which seems a reasonable association. 4. What is the context of a sentence, such as "Food, games and shelter are just as important as health"? We separate the words in the sentence by plus symbols to tell Traitor that every association of each individual word contributes to the overall context of the sentence. Without plus symbols, Traitor would only return associations that all words had in common. The example sentence returns care, which is somewhat reasonable. A more reasonable example is the query "Haskell is better than Python and Java." Traitor deduces this sentence is about code, language, applications and programming. All true. 5. How can brand names be organized in taxonomies? Let's see the associations of various brands. As you can see, the companies that are linked with each other tend to be competitors or colleagues in some way. Google, Yahoo and Microsoft have search engines. Oracle, IBM and Microsoft offer business solutions. AMD, Intel and Nvidia produce computer hardware, and Honda, Toyota, Mercedes and BMW produce cars. This concludes our introduction and demonstration of Traitor. If you wish to try Traitor yourself, please visit evilgeniuses.ovanus.net. The About page contains more information, the source code and our paper with our email addresses. Thanks for listening.